you have to address with these kids is having not gone through it before, and talking about staying with that focus.
You know, I've thought about that quite a bit, and again, we talk big picture every now and then. We'll refer back to the big picture, but I think we've been pretty consistent with talking about the task at hand that day, the next day, and I think our team is pretty confident. But sometimes, and I've seen this with teams before, fellas, this next game, do you understand what this means? Do you understand what it means if we lose this game? Do you understand what it means if we win this game? I mean, the whole world is hinging on this. Really, Coach? Oh, you don't want to create that either. Hey, we need to be concerned about what we've been concerned about all year. The guys are going to hear that enough. Their families, their friends, the social media, ESPN is constantly they're bombarded with, well, if you win this one, and if they win that one, and if this happens, and if it, they hear that enough. From us, we try to limit it to, this is what we have to do to be the best we can be. And if we come out and win the best we can be, we can control our destiny. That's the message we try to set forth.
The other oddity of this trip is Wednesday, Sunday, and it's so close. How do you play all that out rather than if it was in Arizona?
Well, we actually will go to Oregon State, we'll go to Corvallis, and we'll come back after the game. So it's a little different. I like it that we're able to do this. So it seems like two separate games as opposed to a two-game road trip.
And they get in their own beds in between, and that sort of thing should help.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it also,
Yeah.
does it also play in the fact that you guys are, is it right around midterms, kind of in that?
We have a
area?
couple weeks left before finals.
Okay.
Yeah. So midterms have already gone on.
Hey, is there anything that you can take from that game there last year? I mean, obviously your team is entirely different, but from that game is what I remember is just a lot of turnovers, and that second half is kind of when things really got away from you guys.
I don't think we can take anything from any game from last year. It's so different. It's like taking a whole different team, and it's a lot different from last year. You go back and you watch film, okay, well, how did they guard this past year? We did so many different things. We had such a different group of personnel that it's hard to compare anything from last year.
How much harder are they to guard than they were last year? Seems like they've added some offensive weapons maybe they didn't have a year ago.
Trace Tinkle, Wayne's son, is maybe one of the more underappreciated freshmen in this league. You know, I hear a lot of talk about our guys, our freshmen here, and Jalen Brown and Tyler Dorsey, Alonzo Trier, but Tinkle is really, really good. He's going to be a star in this league. The other coaches, Stevie Thompson's son, Jr., he's a good player. And then Bruce is over 50% three-point shooter. Eubanks really blocks shots. He's really athletic. They have such a different makeup with this group, and they have more shooters, I think, than they had last year. And that's all being directed by Gary Payton. So they have some capable guys out there that can make baskets.
How unique is Peyton's skill set, and how you try to game plan and what he brings to the table?
He is him and DeLon Wright last year from Utah. They're different, but there's some things that they do that you can't scout against it to stop it from happening. You know, a guy that's just a lights out shooter, you can crowd him, make him put him on the floor, put the ball on the floor. But Nate Robinson was like this a little bit. Nate would, there's a loose ball. Not only was he going to get it, but it was going to be a fast break. He was going to turn it into that. Peyton comes out of nowhere and blocks shots. I was watching a play that they, when they were playing in their game 2 games ago, I believe it was. He's just running by one of the other team's players, and the guy has the ball like around the top of the key area. And Peyton's running after his guy. Boom! It's his. He just takes it out of nowhere. You know, he has such quick hands. He traces guys with breakaways, he just traces them. I mean, tracks them down and goes and blocks their shot. He just comes up with all these intangible plays that you can't prevent that from happening. I think he helps their team in that regard as much as anything. And then he doesn't get rattled. He plays at his own pace. He plays at his own speed. He doesn't do anything because you're pressuring that he doesn't want to do. And that's a gift. That makes it really good.
Anything else, guys?